Good morning, everyone. It is time for First Alert Weather Extra. Yes, it is 8 o'clock on the dot. And I'm First Alert Meteorologist Jill Gilardi here, and it is absolutely beautiful out there. Yesterday was superb. Today, it just is nice, but it will be windier. So enjoy the June-like warmth, especially inland today. Now, there is an elevated risk for fire weather concerns, meaning if a fire were to get going, it could quickly spread. So you want to avoid outdoor burning. Be careful, putting out anything that has a little ember to it. And also, if you work with equipment that can create a spark, you want to make sure you have water nearby, just in case a little fire were to spark. All right, so then we have what could put out a fire, a few chances for showers, maybe a few thunderstorms in the forecast, especially late week and early weekend. So what we're going to be tracking today, again, that elevated fire weather risk, so just be cautious of that. The wind's going to be increasing. Right now it's light this morning. The gusts by 10 and noon getting well above 20 miles per hour. In this afternoon, a short time in that 30-plus mile per hour range, coming in from a southerly direction ahead of an approaching cold front. So with that southerly wind, inland is going to be warmer today with a high near 80 in Hartford and Enfield, mid and upper 70s inland, but then down towards the shoreline due to that wind off the water, you'll be held back a little bit. Still a beautiful day. 67 to London will feel great and refreshing. 72 for the high in New Haven. The normal, 43 is the normal low. 67 is a normal high, and we're certainly going to blow that high out of the water, literally. All right, severe weather threat today. It gets really going back to our west. We're talking about western New York State into PA, down through the Ohio River Valley. That same system is going to be shifting eastward, but weakening as it moves in for tonight. So today it is dry, high pressure influencing our weather. The breeze picks up ahead of that front. There's 9 o'clock tonight, and it is still dry. Now notice the activity starts to fizzle out as we approach midnight. You could get clipped by a little downpour, maybe a clap of thunder, especially towards the Mass border and northwestern Connecticut, and then it really just falls apart as the front moves in for tomorrow morning. So what we're going to be tracking is still that allergy forecast on the high end side. And even despite that little small rain chance, not going to do much out there. So I know yesterday I ran my car through the car wash because it was covered in yeller. So yeah, we're going to see some of that pollen certainly on the high end side over the next several days. Next chance for rain, not impressive right now for Friday morning. A few showers possible as we compare models. Some of that activity building in mainly in the evening hours. That's the better chance. That's 5 o'clock, the time stamps, as we compare models. And yeah, they're both kind of on the same page. So most of Friday, not too bad. You have a chance for some scattered showers from time to time, especially as we head into the nighttime hours. So that would be better timing of when we could possibly get some rain. And in terms of the better chance for rain, it's really going to be on Saturday. Tomorrow, because the cold front moves through tonight, we'll start off on the milder than average side, but not, rising well above average, probably a little bit closer to the normal mark, which is 67. So inland highs in the upper 60s. Very close to that number down towards the shoreline because that wind's going to be coming out of a northwesterly direction. And while we'll start off with a few more clouds, it will lead to increasing sunshine. So a very nice day tomorrow. And in terms of your next 3 days, we go from, again, inland 80 today to low 70s tomorrow to about 70, a little lower, but another winter for Thursday. A few more clouds on Thursday, too. And shoreline temperatures will go from the low 70s the next 2 days to the mid 60s by Thursday. So all in all, not looking too bad. Now, as we compare, temperatures above average highs, obviously those are in the red, and below average highs in the blue. So we were below average significantly on Sunday with a high of only 59, and yesterday that's 77 with that dry air in place. So easily could hit 80 degrees today. In terms of rainfall, we got a pretty decent amount on Saturday, and we could add just a little bit to the rain gauge tonight, especially northwest. Otherwise, we have to wait until the end of the week. So you have any spring, plants are in the ground you planted, or in pots especially, they dry out faster. Keep them watered. I know for myself, I got little seedlings coming up, so I really got to keep them watered. The outlook for precipitation's leaning below average 6 to 10 days, and a small indication of that extending beyond the 7-day. In terms of the temperature outlook, remember 43 is a normal low, 67 is a normal high. So could be trending above both of those numbers, both 6 to 10 days out and 8 to 14 days out. All right, let's talk about your First Alert 7-day forecast. We have the breezier conditions setting in this afternoon. Still breezy tomorrow. The wind direction today out of the south, so inland locations warmer than the shoreline locations. And then for Wednesday will be pretty similar with low 70s, all those numbers above average. Even Thursday, 70 degrees, looking beautiful. Scattered showers, a little muggier, could be a thunderstorm mixed in, and warmer with a high of 78. So here comes another front that's going to lead to a slightly higher chance for showers on Saturday. So Sunday's going to be the pick of the weekend once again in terms of dryness. We'll be a little cooler at or maybe slightly below average, breezy conditions as well. Very similar to what we experienced, last Sunday, but maybe just a little warmer, of course, not the 59. And then next week we start to bounce back. Remember, we got May. It's gonna be May in just a couple of days. And overnight lows, well, we're always monitoring those because we don't want to have, any widespread frost or freeze this time of year with all those, budding different fruits and trees, and right now not seeing any strong signal towards that. So let's hope that trend continues as we head into May. And here's a look at the shoreline high temperature forecast going forward. Low 70s today. Again, we're kind of matching up with that wind out of the northwest on Wednesday. And then you can always tell that wind direction just based on if it's cooler along the shoreline, the wind's out of the south. And if it is warmer inland, that's another indication the wind's out of the south. If it's warmer or pretty close to the same temperature inland as it is shoreline, the wind's out of the northwest. So all in all, looking like a pretty decent forecast, and you won't have to do as much watering of your spring plants Friday into Saturday. All right, that is a look at First Alert Weather Extra. Remember, we're back on here at 9:30 tonight to give you an in-depth look at the forecast, to help you plan out, the day ahead, and of course the week and the weekend. Have a great rest of your day.